to Still Dripping Happy Hour.
Welcome to episode 195 of Still Dripping Happy Hour. This is your host, Mason. On the move tonight, we got Hayes. Holla.
I'm here. We did it.
We did it.
We did it. And you
Hayes
killing
and
it
I
with AI over here.
I know. AI just absolutely dominating the podcast covers.
Killed that.
Yep. Episode 195. We're about a week out from Thanksgiving. We'll try to bring a pod to you next week. Hopefully we can make it happen.
Say some prayers.
We can do a solo or get some guests on. We'll have people in town, so should be able to do something.
I hope so.
All right. Well, hey, episode 195, Hayes.
No.
195 episodes.
No.
Oh, here comes a cat, possibly.
Take a shot if you're playing the game. Stop. No. Okay, keep going.
Loving the beanie this week, Hayes.
I'm freezing. I'm out here in the sunroom. It's cold. I didn't want to turn on the heater yet.
Day.
The heater, remember that Goliath heater next to me? I don't have the guts to turn it on yet.
Okay. No worries. No worries. All right, man.
Hey, listen, this is crazy. We didn't even plan this out. So first of all, follow the stuff, Instagram, blah, 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 blah. Buy the merch. But look, this might as well be a sponsored episode because Mason and I both.
Oh, yeah. Both got the Grateful gear on.
So go buy Grateful merch for Christmas for your loved ones. It's cozy, it's comfy, it's a great message, and you help people that are reacclimating to society. So go and buy Grateful stuff.
I'm trying to get some bootleg kids Grateful stuff because Haley and I both have this same sweatshirt. She has a different color. So I'm trying to. They don't sell kids, I don't believe. So if I can recreate this sweatshirt in a kids and put it,
bro, we can totally do that on the Printify shop. I guarantee you.
Oh, that's a good idea. Should
copy
we
it, make it transparent,
and ask them first?
Or you could do that. Yeah.
Maybe we should ask for some kids merch.
Maybe you should.
I mean, that's the perfect.
And maybe they should come on the podcast.
Thing.
Good grief.
Yeah.
As much as we talk about them.
Yeah, we need to reach back out to them for sure.
Yeah.
Also, with Grateful, you can, along with Grateful, I should say, you can go to the Printify store. Here's our 4 featured shirts for this week. We might make a few more.
Yeah, I haven't been on this a while. I need to.
Yeah,
I would like to, now that I'm looking at this.
Get some Christmas stuff going.
Some Christmas stuff? Okay. Yeah. I'll do that.
Yeah. Now's the time.
Oh, your internet's freezing up.
Christmas gifts.
Oh, you're back. You were freezing. Now you're back.
Am I back? All right.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we got a packed show. I can't remember what my trivia question for you was. I didn't have a Wikipedia. Oh, I do remember it. It is another UNC themed trivia, but we'll get to that later in the show.
Oh.
For now, we can jump inside the box. Oh, there's your Cinnabon. For what we saw this week, boy, some wild shoes on here. Travis Kelce again, rocking some Jordan 11s. These are a little better.
Yeah, those are better.
Better than the Concords, in my opinion. But is it weird? I was thinking about this week. Is it weird that it feels like, and I haven't done any research, so don't come at me. It feels like we've seen more Jordan 11s in the NFL this year than the NBA.
Not close. You're correct.
Yeah.
I wonder do you feel like
NBA players are not playing bulky?
That's what I was going to say. I feel like we have finally hit the generational part of comfort and performance over looks, right? unless you're DeMar DeRozan or man, who else at this point is wearing? Is PJ Tucker even in the league?
Yeah, he is, I think. But yeah, PJ Tucker, I think top left up here, I feel like that if I'm judging by the foot, that feels like a Andre Drummond foot.
I bet. Good call.
Yeah.
These Kobe's right below that are the best of this bunch.
Yeah, those are dope.
Those are really dope.
That is, I think, Josh Giddey.
Really?
I think he, going back to his OKC days, was a big Kobe guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I like those a lot. The ones right beside them, those Kobe 5s, probably my favorite pair of Kobe's. This is a Tobias Harris PE. Who can you name the team that he's on this year?
Yes. Hold up. They're actually doing decent. Oh crap! It's a team that struggled for. It's the Pistons.
The Pistons, yeah. Round 2 with the Pistons for Tobias.
Yeah, forgot about that. What is the one on the left? What model is that? The 6 or the 7?
I think that's the 6. Yeah, the 7 is largely
up there with my favorite.
Okay, yeah, that's everybody loves the 6 with the scales on it. The 5s I love. A lot of people love the 4s. Not a huge. I think it's a little more mid cut, which I like the lower cuts. What do you think about this watermelon LeBron down here? Patent leather. We haven't seen patent leather.
I think they called this South Beach. Isn't that what they called it? And I feel like that does it do it justice. I feel like that's more of the bluish color rather than it being green. If in real life, I could be wrong. I think they called this South Beach.
That's what I was thinking on other pictures that I saw. This picture looks really green to me.
It looks super watermelon. And if that's the case, well, even without that being the case, I don't like these at all.
Yeah.
There's been some of this colorway that I thought were decent. This is not a good one. I'm going to
be honest.
I don't like the patent leather.
The reason I put it on here is because I thought it was a South Beach colorway at first until I saw this picture. Other angles look like South Beach.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And then finally, well, I guess we didn't talk about the top left other than whose foot that was. But have you ever seen these? Is this it's a Jordan 10 all camo though?
Yeah, it looks familiar, but I don't know where I would have seen it. Cat alert. Please don't.
And then for the bottom right, I've never seen Jordan 8 cleats.
No,
before.
Not cleats.
This was a Bengals player.
Oh, that's dope then. It actually matches.
Yeah, really cool. I think a defensive guy. I'll have to look back up who it was, but yeah, I thought those were really cool.
Yeah.
You don't see those. I'm sure OBJ probably wore them at some point, some version of a Jordan 8, but yeah, that's a nice cleat. All right, moving on. All right. Oof. So this was a headline from Sneaker News. It says Sha'Carri Richardson debuts a new women's lifestyle shoe. First of all, they're terribly hideous. Second of all, whoever wrote this headline, I think it was Nice Kicks. It could have been Sneaker News though. Second of all, though, this was a shoe from 2001. They're saying debuts the newest women's lifestyle shoe because it's not. It's a 23-year-old shoe coming back. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Give me a second because I'm getting a psalm on these shoes. I felt something when I saw them. And I gotta find it. And this will not be the first time I brought this shoe up on this podcast, but it reminds me of this. I got it on the right color.
If you're at home, I'm struggling to figure out what the name of this shoe is, but I'm gonna find it for you real quick. If you're on the podcast and not on the YouTube, I don't know why you're still on the podcast, but I think our intern is one of those. So to each his own. And pulling it up now. Hayes, let's see who wins. Man, I cannot clear my throat, and this is bad.
I mean, I found a model of it, but there's a silver model that is better.
What shoe
if I can find it. Okay, this is as close as I'm going to be able to find. This is the Kevin Garnett and one signature shoe.
Okay.
So it's KG, still Timberwolves, right after his first Nike contract, and he was with N1 in a little upstart for just a second. And
that was probably the same time frame that these came out then.
I bet you so. It's probably the same era, right?
Yeah.
These are horrible. There's nothing. And then the holes in them, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are they? I mean, it's not a running shoe. It's a lifestyle shoe. They're so bland with no air pocket.
Oh, yeah. No air pocket. They are Nike Air. They're a Nike Air Superfly.
Okay.
So women's only. And man, I wanted to invite this guy on the podcast, but he had a private Instagram. But there was a guy who left a comment, and he said about this shoe, I swear too often the best Nikes are women's models. It was like, are you just talking in general? Because you're surely not talking about this.
Not about this one, right?
I mean, goodness gracious, dude.
Surely that was tongue in cheek.
Please come on and tell us, like, why you think these are the shoe that you're saying that about. It looks like, to me, if I'm somming this, it looks like one of those Jacquemus. You know which ones I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
The, like, hideous like lifestyle remixes or collabs that they do. You would know it if you saw it. I think it's called Jacquemus. They've done an Air Force One. They're like the most hideous shoes we've talked about on the podcast from Nike. All of them. And this looks like in that same vein. So, but yeah, anyways, let's keep it moving. We're going to run through the sneaker news. I'm sure we can find other stuff to fill our time with. Oh, here we go. We can talk about this one. Pata Nike Air Max 90 Waves sneak peek. It's about what we thought. I don't know. What do you think? I'll let you go first.
Love it. Just enough different take on a classic. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
It feels right. I'll be interested to see what all kind of colors they do. If they go with the infrared, what kind of colors do we see come out? But this is great, man. And it's creative. It's fun. It's familiar.
Yeah.
I love it.
I want these so bad. This is actually like the first Air Max 90 colorway almost. That black where the waves was navy blue on my pair that I have. And man, I've worn those to the ground. They are pretty much beaters now, but I still wear them all the time.
Yep.
And so I will be re-upping just for this colorway. It's a beautiful black, blue, gray. I mean, that's a classic.
Yeah.
I love, like you said, the waves is not too much. It almost looks like an oil spill on this one, the way it's covering the swoosh. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting. Like the black oil. I don't know. But yeah, this is a home run for me. Yeah, I love these. I wonder what the price point will be.
$185.
I think that'd be really good.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that seems right for an Air Max 90 collab. All right, next up. Have you seen this? Anti-Hero Nike SB Dunk collab?
No.
The Friends and Family version comes in a giant Yeti bucket cooler.
All right.
Like the shoe box.
That's different.
It comes with like.
Yeah, but how much is this? Like $1,000? $500?
Well, it's friends and family only, so you have to be on their list that they send them to. So I don't know what resale is going to be. It's going to be crazy. It comes with a water bottle, a towel, a reflective vest, like for doing like road work. You can kind of see the corner of it in the picture. The shoes, I
Yeah,
mean,
you
the
can.
shoes are fairly plain, but a t-shirt that looks like a Harley t-shirt. I mean, all of the stuff looks just so crazy. If
Great
you get a
idea.
chance, go look on Nice Kicks for the video of a guy unboxing this. I mean, the Yeti cooler though, so cool. Um, so really top notch for the friends and family version. Um, yeah, yeah, really cool. Just wanted to
Yeah.
highlight that because it's something you don't see every
Remember
day. Obviously, go
remember
ahead.
the oh shoot, was it the coffin cooler that we saw? Oh man,
Yeah,
when was that?
it was Liquid Death and Yeti. I think it was Yeti. Was it Yeti?
Yeah, it was Yeti. Or was it was yet Liquid Death and Yeti, right? Or
Yeah,
no?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was, but it reminded me of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
cool. Good
100%.
idea. I don't know what I think about the circular cooler, but I guess that's getting really picky. This is creative and cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm with you. Um, let's see what's coming up next. Oh, here we go. Sneaker profiling. This is our favorite segment, our favorite newest segment that we show a picture of a pair of shoes to Hayes, and instead of describing the shoe or what makes up this shoe, he's going to describe to you what a person would wear this shoe. So what every aspect of their demographic. Um, all right, so here we go. I'm gonna show you this shoe. It's an adaptation of a Jordan 4 that I've seen, and it's particularly hideous. So, Hayes,
Wow.
please sneaker profile us this shoe, please.
Um,
You're looking at a Jordan 4 that um, if I'm somming this first, Hayes, if I'm somming this for the people at home, it looks like there used to be when I was in like around 2010. There's this real popular way to wash hats that came out, and you'd put your
yeah.
hat like stretch it over this thing, and you put it in the dishwasher. Uh, um, it looks like that. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, that's what it looks like. So Hayes, go ahead and tell us who wears this shoe.
I would also add it looks like if you've ever used a food dehydrator, it looks like the trays that you use on a food dehydrator. This is probably a female, honestly. This is probably a woman who said, I'm going to a concert tonight and I want to look really cool. And it's probably it might be their first rap concert, right? It's a female, not she's going to be Caucasian. And she's going to be she's thinking, I'm going to look so dope. Everybody's going to be like, "What? Oh, look at you. She got a real nice dress on." No, she's got on a Michael Jordan Wizards jersey dress. Remember those? There's like a
Mariah
dress
Carey,
that
the
converted
Mariah Carey one.
Mariah Carey. She's wearing that. And she just thinks that she is the dopest dancer at this concert, but everybody's really clowning her, and she doesn't even realize that they are laughing at her, not with her. That is who's wearing this shoe.
That's really good.
Hey, feel free if you like this shoe, or if you disagree with me, feel free to never listen to this podcast ever again. And don't tell your friends about this podcast, please.
Wow. Okay.
Is that oddly specific enough for you?
I think that was oddly specific enough. Hold on 1 second. Resituate. Sorry about that. We're getting we've moved farther away from the Wi-Fi, so I'm working on a hotspot right now, trying to see if that helps my internet connectivity. So we've rearranged a little bit for Christmas. Christmas is upon us, so
Oh my goodness.
yeah, sorry for that. All right, yeah, Hayes, I think you knocked that out of the park. We're not done with segments. This is our segment of the episode, so we'll just keep on going. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, we're not on a segment right now. We're looking at a new Kith collab. Shout out to Elliot because he saw this on my phone and thought it was really cool when I
Yeah,
was
this
preparing
is
for the
dope.
podcast. So this is just one of the things that's on this. This is like a patch, I think, but tons of really cool Kith Batman stuff for the Batman collab. You've got the Batman Begins, Batman Returns, or Dark Knight, whatever. Anyways, yeah, got the famous quote: "You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain." I mean, that's like the most well-known quote. It feels like.
Who's yeah, that quote from?
That's from Batman. Which
no,
movie?
But who's the name? What does that say? Is that Bruce Wayne?
Oh no, Batman didn't say it. It's from Harvey. What's his name? Harvey Dent, I think, is the one who said
Commissioner.
it.
Yeah, got it. I mean, look, this is going to be
that's
a hater.
Two-Face, right?
Yes, that is. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So I'm more of a Marvel guy. I always have been since I was a kid. I mean, I like Batman because Batman's cool, and this is cool. It's a cool idea. I like it. But generally, I'm not a big DC guy. So, but I like old Batman specifically. So when you saw that first, the rug or whatever that was, that's the Batman I like the most. Is that era?
Okay.
So
you like seeing Robin's thighs out there?
Man, look at that, man! So good looking, really good thighs with those little elf shoes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got.
Oh Batman, man, this is sick.
But wait, I have a question. So I enjoy looking at Kith's products. I don't currently have anything that's Kith. I'm working on it right now, actually. But is this skateboard? Is this a pack? Do you have to buy all three? What if you only get the left side? That's
going to be really stupid. If you just buy one and you get the left of that's dumb. I hope it's a pack for their sake because that's stupid. If you have to buy all three, what's this like going to McDonald's and getting the toy and I want, oh crap, I got to buy another Happy Meal so I can get the Joker. That's dumb.
Yeah, I'd assume it's all of them. Yeah, you got a clock.
If this
Joker stuff too.
If that bottom one was a hoodie, bro. Oh, see, I'm more of a hoodie guy, less of a crew neck guy.
Okay. I don't know. I think I'm.
But this was my. Oh, I'm sorry. I remember this. Oh man, I can tie this back to something that's going on in my life right now. So my granddad was put on hospice today, and when I saw this Batman movie, it was 1989, and I was in Chicago with my family visiting my grandparents, and my dad, my brother, who's 6 or 7 or 8 at the time, me, I'm 9. And my granddad and my dad went and saw that Batman movie in Chicago.
That's awesome.
I just remember that.
Look at that. I love when
about that serendipity.
Yep. Wonderful. Yeah, like I said, there's also some Joker. It looks like Heath Ledger Joker stuff, and then Halle Berry, Catwoman. So yeah, you get a full range. A Kith does not come out with just a few pieces when they have a collab. So you get to take your pick if you're a Batman fan, Joker fan, all the above. Yeah, go check it out. I don't know when this drops. I'd assume maybe in a couple weeks. So
it might have dropped already.
It could have. We could be behind on the times. So If so, sorry, we didn't let you know sooner. All right, Hayes. Here's our Who Dat segment.
What is that?
This is my trivia.
Is this trivia? This is trivia.
Yeah, this is trivia. It's specifically a person.
Okay.
So I'm gonna. This is another UNC related question, and we might have to go away from UNC just because we know you're probably going to get it right, or we'll just have to get deep into UNC trivia.
Okay.
We'll see. We might open it up after this week, but so there's I think 6 current Tar Heels in the NBA. Can you name that have played a game this year? That's the caveat. I don't know if they're on rosters, but of the Tar Heels who have played a game this year, can you name the player who was not drafted in the 2020s? There's only one.
I know. 1 second. So not Cameron Johnson, not Kobe White, not Danny Green because Danny Green retired.
That's
not
right.
John Henson. Harrison Barnes.
Henson. It is Harrison Barnes. Very nice. Yeah. And then another fun trivia fact. What do you know? What other NBA player Harrison Barnes was high school teammates with?
Yes, Doug McDermott.
Wow. That is stupid. How do you know that?
Man, I got a little bit of it.
I saw that today on his Wikipedia page, and I was like, "Wow, what a nugget!" I would have never known that. Where did he grow up?
Ames, Iowa, somewhere. Is that it?
Why do you know that? Yeah.
I don't know. It's like my little autistic quality.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can recall random, pointless things that. Why would I need to know that? Why?
Yeah, here's another Tar Heel fact on. Did you know this was a thing? Segment. Did you know that Tennessee has more active NBA players than North Carolina right now? Man,
we've been look as successful as we've been on the college ranks. That hasn't translated to pro success in the last 15 years. And I think you're finally feeling that is the fallout from all the academic scandal. I feel like it's taken that long to back it up. Where and look, man, let's be real. And I'm a huge Carolina guy, but a lot of players have busted. Justin Jackson, love him, busted. Nasir Little, busted.
Yeah, that was the one that I was surprised he's out of the league. I mean, that is 5 seasons.
And then some of the guys that panned out, like I never would have guessed Danny Green would have had the career that he had. I never would have guessed John Henson would stuck as long as Tyler Zeller, Marvin Williams, like a lot of those guys. But there's been a lot of disappointments. But I really do think that that is the effect of all of that is now this big long wave of, because for so long, dude, it was MJ, James Worthy, Sam Perkins, then Stackhouse, Rasheed Wallace. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, right? And we'd always have an all-star or two, and then I just feel like that's what it is.
I mean, but when did they do that? They had that
2000
Kentucky and UNC alumni game, and that was the best that you could have.
Yeah, Vince Carter.
Now the best you can have is like Kentucky versus Kentucky is like the best game you can have now. And Duke,
Kentucky versus Duke. I mean, let's be real. Yeah, I mean, that's what you can have.
Yeah,
but we've had a ton of success in the college game. It's just weird that hasn't equaled. We haven't had many. Well, and I think it's been intentional. Roy got real sick of the one and done guys, right? And so we weren't going after real hard a lot of those one and done guys. And so
I think
that is equaled more experience, and we've won consistently, right? Anyway, whatever. I'm being a homer.
And the best player among those two teams in the NBA is the rookie, Dalton Knecht. He's probably the
Bro,
best
what about
player.
that last night?
That was
I had a
insane.
note to talk about that.
I did a double take. I didn't believe it.
Are you serious?
Nine threes? I mean, I know he's
Did
that
you
good.
watch it? You need to go and watch the last 5 minutes, and it is like watching Klay Thompson or Steph Curry when he gets on fire. Like, it was the same thing.
I knew that he was like way better than he went 19th overall.
17th. Yeah, 19th.
17th. Yeah, something like that. But I mean, 37. Like he's probably going to win Rookie of the Year.
It was just straight up them running sets for him over and over and over, and it's the same spot. It's like on the left elbow, and it is just money, like 6 in a row.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's going
to win Rookie of the Year, and I'm upset that I didn't put money on it earlier. I mean, he was like 1,200 to start the season, maybe a little higher, but it's like him and who else?
This is a weak draft. It's a weak draft. Like I'm sounding like such a whatever, but the success of this draft won't play out for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Or failure for this one. There's just not that. Next year will be a different story, and I hate that, but because I don't know. Go back to my previous statement.
Cooper Flag and the 2 Rutgers guys, Ace and
Ron Harper Jr.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
All right, let's see what else we got. This was my Tennessee themed pick of the week. Just keep it going. The Tennessee love. If you're not joining us on YouTube, we're looking at an Air Max 95 that's slated to come out next year. And it is smoky gray, different gray tones, and orange. And if you're looking for a game day shoe, man, this is a beauty.
You love this one?
I do like this. I love the gray 95.
You love it even though it's a 95. I don't feel like you love the 95s. Big, bulky.
I don't love the 95s, generally speaking. And I'm not terribly fond of the black sole, which I feel like
I knew you were going to say that.
Most 95s have that black sole. But this is like, to me, this is like the neon 95, like the OG colorway, but you just change the swoosh, and I like that. I enjoy a very minimalist color scheme for this, or color blocking. So I think this is really good.
It makes the sole that the black sole it makes it feel like a hiking boot or like an ACG. When it's that color, I feel like
definitely looks heavier for sure.
It's just huge. It's just massive, especially the heel.
Yeah, I had an Air Max 95 like Fusion with a 2012, and so it was an Air Max like it was like on a mesh, but it had the waves kind of on it, but it was all mesh like the top of this one is, and then the bottom was the full air bubble like all the way, and that was probably my favorite. I'm actually sad that I got rid of those because I loved that shoe. Really cool shoe. And I wish they would bring those back out. A 2012 95 or whatever they called it. I'll try to look them up and see if we can get a picture of them. But yep, there's your game day shoe for next year. And speaking of this, they came out with like all the specific days of release for the Jordans next year. Did you see that? Like all the dope Jordans. I feel like Jordan is setting us up for. All right.
Looks like a bunch of 4s coming out. Is what I thought.
A bunch of what? I'm sorry.
4s.
Yeah, there's 4s. I mean, they've got everything. I mean, Fire Red 5s coming out. I mean, go look at the list. We've talked about it before, but dates for almost all of them, like specific dates. And to me, that says Jordan is planning for, all right, it's not, we're going to cancel this shoe. It's like, here's your shoes, save your money, be ready for these. These are the dates we want you on.
Well, they got a new president who's listening to the people, right?
Yes.
And that's what happens when you listen to your people.
We want 12 good, really good classic
quality over quantity, right?
Amen. Fire Red 5s are coming out. Shattered Backboards, the OGs, coming back out this year. French Blue 12s to the OG specifications coming out next year. 2025 is looking like for retros the reappearance of Jordan, and we'll see what else they can come up with. And I think the biggest thing that obviously Jordan's gonna sell shoes. I want them to make them available to get. Like I want people to be able to get these. And also I think the other thing aside from Jordan, and I think Kobe is a big line that they're going to try to push. But I really want to see new silhouettes and see what. I mean, everybody's talking like everybody blamed everything on the old CEO. And at some point, there's still the same designers in the room for Nike. So are we going to get new innovation? Like, was the other old CEO just like telling people or just red lighting things, and not letting people be free? Or are people just stale there and we need to get new blood in? I don't know.
Well, here's another thing that, like it or not, it's related. And that is because of the way the economy has gone the last 4 years, we don't have as much disposable income. And so something's got to give. And so we have been more picky, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But if things go as they did before, you're going to have a little bit more money. And so hopefully you got some more bandwidth in your budget where you can go and get a pair of shoes or two or whatever, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And assuming there's not a COVID situation that killed it before, right? I think it's going to be working out just fine.
I think COVID really helped it pop off, right? Everybody's stuck in home and getting some stimulus checks.
But I mean, that was the beginning of the tanking of the economy.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, we got stimulus checks, but it was just a little bitty Band-Aid on a massive broken body, basically.
Yes. Yep.
Doesn't that seem like yesterday and 20 years ago at the same time?
Yeah.
So weird.
100%.
So weird.
Well, that's all I got for inside the box stuff. Is there anything we want to?
I got a couple other things.
Okay.
So, did you watch the boxing match?
No.
You didn't.
Okay.
Dude, this is the latest I've stayed up in a while, and I decided I wanted to watch it. My kids wanted to watch it, and I was like, I'm going to watch Mike Tyson. Of course I'm going to watch Mike Tyson. And look, I've heard and I've seen, but if you watched it, it's like Mike Tyson for the first round was like Mike Tyson of old. It felt like he was going to bite his face off. And then it was like you felt it, and the announcers even started talking about it. It's like, oh, something's wrong, something happened. Like and I remember like when we were all watching it together, I was like, it's like he stopped. It's like he it's like somebody turned the dial down and he went from a 9 to a 4. And that was it. And you were like, this is gonna suck if he's what happened here? He didn't get hurt or anything. It's just all of a sudden a switch went, and then on the hindsight, you started watching, the highlights and this and that, and there are so many instances of, well, here's an opening, and why did he hold up there? Why didn't he punch there? Why didn't it just makes you scratch your head of, well, that's weird, because there's no reason Logan Paul, and no disrespect, I mean, I wouldn't want to fight the guy, but there's no way Mike Tyson doesn't give up a much stronger fight unless there's a reason not to. I don't know. But anyway,
Yeah.
it was just very interesting.
It's about money. It's all about the money.
Feels like it. Follow the money. And then another thing is,
that's how the Mayweather was. The Mayweather one looked fake too. I mean, yeah. For Mayweather not to knock him out, come on.
Yeah. So that's led my household in the last week. We have watched more MMA than anything.
Okay.
But that was the gateway drug.
The John Jones?
John Jones. Like, I watched it, and I mean, I've never interested. Is he big into that?
No, he has some John Bones Jones shoes. I gave him.
Does he really?
I used to have some PE trainers that were Bones Jones.
Really?
Some of my favorite shoes. And his son, after he named his son Jones, I gave them to him.
Oh, I didn't know that you gave him those.
Yeah, so they say in the sole, they say Bones on one foot and Jones on the other.
Yeah, because he's not a sneakerhead in the slightest context of it. But that's
fairly
cool. Good for you.
I gave it to him. I think they're a little big on him, but yeah, they were you remember those trainers that were the finger trap, like Chinese finger trap looking ones? There's those. They came through our Nike store, and I got a pair, but they sold out everywhere except for our store. So, yeah. So shout out.
There's another thing, but it's pretty much outside the box, or more than sneakers. So this past Saturday, you probably do something like this, and I know you do. There's sometimes where I want to go do something, and I feel selfish because I'm a grown man and I have children, and I don't want to. I don't know if I don't think I deserve, or
thrift or
you take your kids.
No, to Music City Vintage. All those times, I feel selfish.
Yeah, well, it gets worse.
Okay,
it gets worse. So on Saturday morning, I really I just wanted to go thrift. I was like, okay, I want to go, and I decided that I felt less bad if I took a child. So I took my youngest, who's 5. So I got him a sucker, and he rode in the cart, and I did the thrift thing. We went to 3 stores, and it was so much fun. And he's everywhere, and but nonetheless, found him a shirt, and he's not wanting to take it off. And I have to show you, because this is so my child. This is so everything about this picture is my child. Can you see? There it is. So it's a Panama Slim, a Panhandle Slim kids shirt. It's got cowboys all over it. And then he wanted me to take this picture, so he put my necklace on. But this shirt is me. I mean, it is a shirt I would wear. It's got cowboys on horses.
That is hysterical. Is it true? Panama Slim?
Find. Yeah.
The Panhandle Slim?
Panhandle Slim.
Wow.
It was my favorite find. Okay, so that was number 1. Number 2 is we did that again like a month ago. And I found this cardigan sweater because it was starting to get cold, and I was like, and that's been my gateway drug to sweaters. Never have been a big sweater guy. The texture on it, but you know this about me. Admittedly, I am a sucker for dress shirts that have animals on it.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what animal. I cannot wait to show you next week the sweater I got. It has got this giant duck on it. It's just a huge, right?
Like a mallard?
Here, a mallard. It's massive, and it should get here tomorrow. But if I'll bring it next week and at least show the podcast. But it's fall. I'm doing No Shave November, so I'm growing out a little bit. I was like, you know what's fall? Sweaters. Got a cardigan.
Sweaters are very fall.
And I got this sweater that's got this giant duck on it. And we'll see what else falls after that, because usually I get pretty
We need some content on the gram.
Well, I got hacked, and it's been so. That's not an excuse. because my home Instagram is done. I'm just not on there as much, and so that's also why I haven't been sending you stuff. Am I following you on the new one? Are we followers?
I don't know.
I need to go check. I'll make sure we are. So when I see stuff, I can start passing you them again. But hey, nice shout out to whatever bot or whatever hacked my Instagram. I'm a no. Why would you do that? Makes me mad. That's it.
All right. Well, since we're doing a little bit of Thanksgiving stuff, we'll save some big questions for next week, but we've got some time. So, how you want to do this? We'll leave all food related items for next week.
Okay.
I don't want to get too into the food. So what about top Thanksgiving traditions? Do you have any Thanksgiving traditions? You're a big Thanksgiving guy.
I'm a big Thanksgiving guy. I don't know if I have a giant tradition. It probably is just putting up our Christmas tree. We always do that the day after. We always do that on Black Friday.
Okay.
That's one. That's also a day that we watch a Christmas movie or two. So, of course, my favorite Christmas movie, Gremlins. We'll get to watch Gremlins. And that's really it. I'm a big Thanksgiving guy. I'm not a big tradition. I'm not a big holiday guy, right? I don't love Christmas and things like that. Yeah. So, what about you?
I think it's maybe more. I don't know. My dad's. It seemed like his favorite thing was deep frying the turkey. His second favorite thing was probably waking up and watching the Macy's Day Parade. And so I think it was only because my sister's name is Macy. I know if you guys didn't know that, Mason and Macy, very creative, right? Names for children, but he loved watching the parade. I don't know. I mean, traditions for specifically the day of Thanksgiving. No, I think this kind of boils down to another reason why Christmas is the superior holiday. You just named 2 Christmas themed traditions for your Thanksgiving traditions. So,
touche. Yeah, you're right.
I think most people's traditions probably involve around food and football, right? I mean, generally, I'm not stepping out on a limb and saying that. Now, I'll make people in the South mad, but Christmas Day basketball beats Thanksgiving Day football 1,000 times to me. It's probably very unpopular. I do have fond memories growing up, going to Uncle Bill's house for Thanksgiving and watching. I think it was a split level house from what I remember. I was real young. We'd watch football. The whole house smelled like smoke. And we would play football outside. I was one of the youngest, so I didn't get to play all the time. But that is one of the things I remember about Thanksgiving growing up. He lived in Clarksville, I think. I don't know. When I was little, I always got Clarksville and Cookeville confused. So he lived in one of those two that are
not even remotely close to each other.
Right.
So related to that, I guess it's a little bit of a sidebar. Have you seen how low the NBA ratings are? It's so bad.
No, I've told you this before. I don't care about ratings.
Okay, well, to say it's bad.
Here's my thing.
Is bad.
One, do ratings matter for basketball at this time of the year? No. Like people are watching football. And 2, how Clay Travis always talks about this because Clay Travis thinks that the NBA leans left, so he doesn't like them. But how are ratings down for the NBA year over year over year, yet the TV contracts get higher and higher and higher. That doesn't make sense. So one of the two is lying. Like one of the two is not adding up.
And
the
and
NBA
it can't be as bad.
TV deal last year.
Either way, there's no way it can be as bad as the WNBA losing $40 million or whatever it did. But nonetheless, I mean, I watch a lot of basketball, but but a lot of the stuff that has come up about that is absolutely true. I think the biggest thing they've got going against them is the players' commitment to the game and the load management, and so many players not just choosing. It's almost like I get you're hurt, and I'm just a guy. Like, I don't know what it's like to have that much money on the line. I don't know what that's like. And I don't know how I would feel, but if we are paying you to play, we've talked about this before. What I always loved about Kobe was, and he would say he played preseason games because what if that's the only time somebody ever gets to see him play basketball is a preseason game? So he played. And so if Kobe is saying that in a preseason game, you can't play. It just feels weird for these random knee contusion. Is that even legit? And load management and then tanking and all of these things have just hurt the purest part of it. And then, I mean, I like college more, but the NIL has had a big impact there. I'm sounding like a really old man. And anyway.
Yeah, I think
it's also freaking expensive to watch games unless you get. I mean, there was some stat. I don't think it was Clay Travis that something like 40% of people that consume NBA is done on illegal streaming, like Reddit. I mean, that's where I watch all of them.
Right.
It was just off of Reddit streams. So
yeah, that's where I watch a lot of them. I mean, except for the nationally broadcast ones. But yeah, you're right. They make it extremely hard to find how to watch your team, and then the blackouts. That's another ridiculous thing. But yeah, I think unfortunately for the NBA is we've gotten to a point where, take the Boston Celtics for instance. We've gamified basketball so much that obviously taking the most threes possible is how you win, but it's so boring to watch. I don't think it's a defensive issue, to be honest. It's just, how can you guard a guy 40 feet away from the basket every single time? Mm-hmm. It's just impossible to do. And so the fact that you've almost just gamified real basketball so much that you're getting down to analytics, and it's not fun to watch that type of basketball. It's not. I mean, it's not when Boston Celtics, when they beat the Cavs, they made like 23 threes or something, but they shot like 50, maybe 60 threes.
Yeah.
And so like that's not fun to watch. What's fun to watch is Devin Booker, or like we talked about earlier, Dalton Knecht hitting 6 in a row. Klay Thompson when he would used to do it. That stuff's fun to watch. And the Warriors were fun to watch before they got KD, because when they got in the flow, you could tell, like, oh my gosh, is the ball even going to touch the floor?
Yeah.
And they're going to hit a three still on you. Like, they were hitting threes. They were shooting threes more than anybody. But, I mean, it was so much like, it wasn't just jack up threes when you get a chance. It was like the best shot, the best passes every single time down the floor. Everybody's on the same page. So that stuff's fun to watch. But just Trae Young in it, and I'm just James Harden. That's just not fun basketball.
Yeah, just pick and roll every time, or 1-on-1.
I do feel like,
and then kick out. It is penetrate, kick out, three, corner three. Yeah,
corner threes. Of which they should just eliminate the corner three altogether. But I think I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I think something that basketball really has an issue with, in NBA in particular, and baseball, I think to some extent too, there's too many games.
Hmm.
You don't need 82 games in a season. If we're talking about players resting, why don't we say, no, you don't need rest, and let's do no back-to-backs and play. I mean, if you play 58 games, that means you're playing each team twice. And
Well,
obviously
they're not
that's
going to do that because
right. I agree.
so
They're not going to do
which is
that.
why
Too
you
much
have the
ticket
NFL
sales.
who keeps expanding its season, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
agreed.
There's not any way,
Agreed.
and they got to do some of the arenas, and that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Basketball related, but not totally related. And I really wanted Landon to come on and tell us about Rupp Arena last night.
Oh yes.
Because Lipscomb got demolished by Kentucky. I actually thought it was going to be pretty close. I mean, it was like a 22-point spread, but I mean, it was not competitive. They lost. I mean, it was 35 at one point. The lead was not good. But Kentucky, man, Kentucky's good. They beat Duke.
Yeah. When I was about to have a solo pod earlier this year, Dean came on. He was really excited about the new coach. He was so excited. I think it was either him and Ben or him and Paul. They spent $118 a piece for tickets to. Nope, it gets better. For tickets to Midnight Madness. Not even a game. Not even a game.
All right.
To Midnight Madness. Yeah. So they were all in on Pope, Mark Pope.
What is
like
is he a senior? Is Dean a senior?
Junior. I know.
So scary.
Yeah.
Is Bodie graduated then, or is he a senior?
He's a senior.
He's a senior.
Yeah.
Those guys are adult, full blown.
Yeah. We're almost able to go take drinks with them. Well, Bodie, we could. I've had drinks with Bodie. Isn't that weird? That is
wow. That's really weird.
Yeah. There was one other thing. Oh, update. This is a big win for I don't know if I would say an honorary member. All he wears is Merrill's, so I'm not sure if it's an honorary podcast person, but you'll see where I'm going with this. But Mission Cigar Shop opening their second location. They're renovating right now.
Donde?
Going in downtown Franklin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I told them whenever they're open. Actually, I told my aunt that whenever they're open, we'll come do a pod there. So maybe we
dude
in some there.
At some point between now and the end of the year, surely we can do another one, a live, or
yeah, for sure.
See if Dan's going to be in town. I mean, Landon should have
Dan
more
and I
time,
talked about it.
Given his schedule so related to school. Hopefully, let's plan on that. Let's tentatively. I'll tell you, my last work day is like December 20th through the end of the year, so I've got the rest of the year off, starting at that point. So if there's any point in there that we could do something, I'd love.
Let's do it.
Let's plan on it.
Let's do it. Yeah, man, I think that's all I've got. But yeah, so Mission Cigar, so their first shop they took over, they bought, and it was formerly a cigar bar. This one, they are completely, it's an old house that they're going in, and so they have to build like the humidor and all the stuff. They're gonna have a kitchen, which means they can sell bourbon. But before they get their liquor license, we are allowed to take our own in. So yeah. So I'll keep updated on when I think they're waiting on some licenses and such. So
maybe he can get some pipe tobacco if he doesn't have some. You know what I'm saying? I'm more.
Yeah, you're big on the pipe game since we've been. So
big pipe guy.
All right then. So yeah, that's our update.
Hey, let's end it with this. What are you thankful for? One thing, and then we can talk more about that. What's one thing that you're thankful for in 2024?
Family. I mean, that's the easiest one to throw out there. Everybody's healthy, feeling good, feeling grateful. No pun intended. What about you?
No, that has to be it.
Yeah.
You know, I am. And you're as close to family as it gets without us being related by blood.
Amen.
I love you.
Amen. I love
Absolutely. Look forward to this every week.
Yep. Yeah.
Coop Clean said to me once, he's like, it's so funny. I think the biggest flex that you guys have is that you get to hang out with your friends and you want to on a podcast once a week. I think that's the biggest flex of any of it. I was like, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, 100%. I don't even know. I haven't checked the analytics in months. I have no idea if anybody's still listening.
Ukraine, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Frenchman. I think I get about. I think we get about. I don't know. We still average around 40, but people are listening to older podcasts. So like week of, we get like 20 views, maybe 20 listens, which is still baffling to me.
And hey, listen, what's baffling is like I don't listen to the podcast. We know Landon and Dan don't.
Right.
So who's listening? Who?
No idea.
Love it. I love it. Thank you for supporting us. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate it. Have a great Thanksgiving. Come with a good Thanksgiving story or two. And we will do this next week.
Man, hey, what about, I've been thinking about this, and if anybody has comments, what if in 2025, no matter what, we have 3 people on the pod? Like, we just got to figure it out. Like, no matter what.
Every week?
Yeah. You think we could do that? I mean, not every week. We probably won't. But, 3 out of 4 weeks. 3 times a month. And they could be repeat people. It could be Dan. It could be Landon. But I think it'd be cool to expand a little bit.
I think we need to reach more people out. I think we need to reach out to more people on our following on Instagram and ask them to come on, regardless of who they are, what they do, or that's probably the way to start it.
Yeah, I think we got to get.
They're following us at all, and they want to come on talk about shoes on the Sneaker Podcast or whatever. Maybe that's a place we could start, because I'd love to get people that we don't know very well, and I just think that'd be fun.
Yeah. I say that I'm kind of viewing this as like, I still play basketball, but we don't play like we used to. And that was kind of like a outreach type, not outreach. That's not
100%
what I mean
it was.
But like
it is.
connecting with people. And so this feels like we could do more of that. And like I said tonight, like it sparked my interest when I was looking and I saw that guy say, this is one of the best shoes. It's like, why? Like, come please tell us.
Come explain why.
How would it be possible for us to just, when we see that comment, say, hey, we're talking about this right now. We hate this shoe. Would you come on and tell us why you like it? Like, would people respond to that? I don't know. But it might be fun to try it. Even if they've never heard of us, they don't care. I just think people want to talk.
Yeah.
I don't even like talking this much. This is probably the most I've talked all day, is every week in this hour.
100%. Outside of my job.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's think about that some more and figure out if we can do that. All righty. This has been episode 195 of the Still Drippin' Happy Hour. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. Remember, go to the Printify store, check it out, buy some merch. Let us know what shoes you've gotten, if you've gotten any recently. I have gotten 2 pair of shoes this year. Looking to get 2 more before the end of the year.
I got the John Morants. I haven't even worn them. That's what I got this year. I got 1 pair of shoes.
That's it? I thought for a podcast we were going to go over 8 this year. You got more before the year started, right?
I don't think so, buddy. And I still got those stashed. I'm waiting for the perfect time to wear them.
I got the Sabrinas. And that might be it.
We suck. For a sneaker podcast, we are horrible.
Horrible. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, we love you all, and we'll see you next week. This is episode 195. Happy Thanksgiving if we don't get you before then. Peace.
I got the turkey.